All right, I'm going to cut out a bit of this rock so I can set my wood jig in for my standing figure on the rock. And I'm going to move him aside so I don't knock him over or damage him. Try to save some of this clay. Okay, I'm just trimming this aluminum foil off. Now, okay, I'm just going to mark where his feet are going to go. All right, I got 2 wires in the drilled holes for the legs to attach to, and that's to give support to the clay or to the armature that I'm going to put up here on here right now. And I'm going to tape the armature to those posts so that it'll stay in place. So I take some electrician's tape and I start to attach it to that piece of wire. I swear I can spend almost as much time on the armature as I do the clay that I do of the figure that I'm making the armature for. Yeah, I've got I turned his head back towards him. Instead of looking in that direction, I want to bring the flow back in towards the center. If I have him looking out this way and his arm pointing that way, that's a powerful movement towards taking the vision of the viewer of this bronze or this clay off the figure. And if I put his head back here, it brings the flow back in. You've got to, when you design a sculpture, you have to have everything come in. Now I just got to figure out what I'm going to do with that guy's arms and what he's going to be doing. I know the background is kind of confusing and it's hard to see what I'm working on and separate it from the background, but it is what it is. I'm going to have a shirt on this guy, and like I said, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with his arms yet. I got to figure it all out, but not right now. Just get the clay on there. I don't know which direction I'm going to have him looking yet. Going to have to work that out. Better. I haven't decided what weapon to put in his hand. Could put a spear or a bow. I'm gonna have to figure that out pretty quick here. But I think you can see why I made this get up, this support for the figure, while I could have done them on the rock. It just makes it a lot easier to work on the full figure if I have it where I can turn it and work on it in the round like this. I'm thinking maybe I'll have a bow in this hand. No. Have the bow in this hand. Yeah, I'll have to work it out. I know it's hard to see it, but I put a piece of wire to represent the bow. I better put it on more like that. Yeah, kind of like that, having an arrow in his hand. He's tired, frustrated, he can't find him. Yeah, it makes a nice pose. I like that. He's got his head kind of slanted, like, oh, I don't know, that type of mood. And here's the guy hiding right down there behind the rock. Oh gosh, that could be a funny little bronze. So anyway, you can see how my mind works as I try to figure out what I'm going to do. But that's the difference between modern art and realistic art. You're basically creating a story, a moment in time in realistic art, and especially something that deals with humans. And conflict. Let's see what it looks like on the rock. It looks good. Well, that's kind of where I'm going to leave it for today, and pick this up on Thursday. Yeah. I kind of like it. And the neat thing about it is that they're completely distracted from where he really is. The Hunted. All right, everybody. I'll see you on Thursday. I'm just sitting here thinking as I look at this piece. I think this could actually work. I wasn't sure of it, but when I started out today, But this figure told me what it was going to be doing as I was working on the figure. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, good night. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really would help me. Also, check out the link below this video. It will take you to a review of my 9 instructional videos that could be very helpful to you if you're thinking of sculpting. Good night, everybody.